with Truance. We saying Truance?
Good, man, yourself?
Wicked, man, wicked. Obviously come down early, you know, get the streaming going, you know, got obviously a nice little game at the end. Obviously, you know, back to winning ways, I'm going to say. Last week was a bit of a shambles, but as I said in the interview post-game, you know, we've got to try and get back to winning ways. We've got a sub now today as well, so I think we've got the one. I think P's not playing, is he? Courtney's coming through.
Yeah,
okay.
The turn of Courtney, pin and spin.
As long as he's not putting that performance like last week, I don't mind. So, but you've been a bit alright?
I've been good, man.
Good. Right, let's get into it, man. So, obviously, I want to touch on something which, as you know, Tubbs, I've been onto this for a little while in terms of not just the England national team, but Manchester United as well. Obviously, you may have read about Bukayo Saka on the front page of the papers.
I'll jump in there. I haven't.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, so I'll give you like a little rundown. So, yeah, Bukayo Saka was on the front page of England's loss against Iceland. And, you know, Saka come on. You know, I'm not Saka's biggest fan, but I do think Saka is harshly treated at times, you know.
Is it like a scapegoat thing, basically?
Yeah, it's a scapegoat thing, I think. And as you can see with the caption they put on there, they put a few things on there as to say, you know, Saka was part of the reason as to why
same old script.
as to why England lost the game. And for me, you know, it's a case where, you know, the black players are always blamed in a sense, you know, and for me, obviously, you see a lot of it at Man United, and now you're seeing it at with England. So
it seems, correct me if I'm wrong, very similar to, I remember when England, I think the last played France, competitive game. The game when England had 2 penalties that Harry Kane took.
Okay. Yeah.
And he missed one of them, missed the second one. And then later Rashford had a free kick.
Yeah.
And Rashford was quite reliable at free kicks back then. Not say he's fallen off, but I don't think he takes as many now.
Yeah.
Just hoping he hits a target and etc. Wasn't far off. Then the back of one of the newspapers, I think it was online newspaper, had a picture of Rashford. Like he was the full he's missed from what, 15, 18 yards, but someone else has missed from 12 yards, but they're not the problem. So is it the same type of thing?
Well, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I'll give you another example. When Raheem Sterling took England to the final, arguably because of his goals in the group stages, and obviously the knockout rounds as well, it too be talking about Harry Kane, because Harry Kane got the goal, I believe, in the semi-final. So it's all about Kane. But everyone that watched the game know that Sterling was, and again, I'm not Sterling's biggest fan, but Sterling was the reason why England got to where they did. Because if it wasn't for his goals, England don't go any further. You know, and for me, you know, there's a massive problem in this country with black players being a scapegoat, and I've been too aware of it at Man United.
Penalties, finals, penalties against Italy.
Look who took the penalties: Saka, Rashford, and Jadon Sancho. You know, and for me again, that's a failing on Gareth Southgate. You put in the youngest player at the time in Saka on your last penalty, which is the pressure penalty. Whether that was sabotage, you know, but for me, Harry Kane, who's your penalty taker, should be either taking the last penalty, in my opinion, as that's a pressure penalty, you know. But yeah, just touching on that, you know, Kobbie Mainoo as well got criticism from the media for his performance. Kobbie Mainoo is not a 6, a number 8, and the thing with Kobbie Mainoo, it's like I said this was going to happen with Mainoo. He's like the new kid on the block, and the problem is now they're just waiting for him to fail.
Put him on the pedestal
to knock him off. Yeah. And even with Man United, as soon as they get a player, if it was an English player, white English player that comes through the youth system, they're gonna try and quickly forget about Kobbie Mainoo, because this is what this country does. You know, a lot of people are really onto it. You know, I've been aware of this for time, as I said, because it goes on in Man United a lot of the time. And now England's the same thing, and that's been going on for a while with England. It's just that people are finally opening their eyes, you know. And yeah, this is an issue with football and society in general, you know. So as I say, not Saka's biggest fan, but the fact that they tried to put him on the front page, as well as the Kobe criticism.
Was it a caption or was it just the fact alone that they had the photo and a comment?
So what it was, there's a picture of Saka on the floor, face down, lying obviously on his belly, and the caption basically, I can't remember the words, but it was, I think it said black ice or something like that. Yeah, black ice. And for me, as I say, why they're choosing to label Saka as like the fall guy for that, to me is a problem in itself, you know. And you know, these black players really have to be thinking about their futures in terms of why they're going to be committing to playing for England, because criticism is never too far from around the corner, you know. Someone like Eze's top player, should be playing for me. It won't be long before he gets getting criticism, you know. And it's a running theme with certain players, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. But what's your take on that game against Iceland anyway?
0, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, what day was it?
Didn't miss much. Yeah.
What day was it on?
I believe it was Friday.
Yeah, I was at a wedding.
It was more.
I got excuses, I was away at a wedding.
Well, what I would say, yeah, it was basically the team that he's more or less going to start with in the first game against Serbia. You'd probably say Jude Bellingham is the only one really that was missing.
Okay.
You know.
Is that because he had a long season Champions League?
Well, obviously, he just finished Champions League final, so he's going to be a bit of a rest. Obviously, Saka didn't start as well, but you'd probably expect to see Saka come in, Jude Bellingham come in, which means Foden might go to the left, and Bellingham goes in the 10.
What did they play? What did they play in terms of? Well, yeah, starting 11 and formation. So
the starting 11, it started off with Pickford it was Ramsdale was in goal, but you expect Pickford to be number 1, obviously. He's a more experienced keeper, and Southgate obviously loves him as well. So Pickford will be in goal. Right back was Carl Walker, and he'll start. Left back Trippier. Now for me, Luke Shaw, if Luke Shaw's fit, Luke Shaw will probably get the nod, but I expect Trippier to retain the position and play at left back. And then centre backs, John Stones obviously is going to start, and he started with Mark Guehi. And for me, I think Guehi might start with Stones because Konsa at this level is still relatively inexperienced. Lewis Dunk Lewis Dunk is probably the archetype replacement for Harry Maguire. Whether he starts, you don't know, but you might look at Mark Guehi or, you know what I mean. So Southgate can do Guehi, Konsa, or Dunk. I don't think Konsa will start, even though I will start Konsa. But it's between Guehi, I think, and probably Dunk. But I think Guehi might get the nod. And then midfield, obviously Declan Rice is going to play.
I'm guessing 4-3-3.
4-3-3. So he's going to play Declan Rice, and I believe he's going to start Conor Gallagher. Kobe Minu started alongside him. Criticism obviously that Kobe got means he ain't going to play. So for me, he's going to start Conor Gallagher alongside Declan Rice, and Bellingham's going to play in the 10, which is going to be scandalous.
Did Foden play in the 10?
Foden played in the 10, and Anthony Gordon played from the left, and it was Cole Palmer from the right and Kane up top. But Saka's going to come in for Cole Palmer, and I believe Foden will go to the left, so Bellingham will come in the 10. That's how he's going to play for me in the first game. And for me, I can see them struggling that first game because purely because Bellingham's not a 10 and they're going to try and force him into the team. And even if you play Bellingham deep, Bellingham's got an aura about him, especially with his fan base, that he's too good to be playing in that position. So Conor Gallagher's going to come in to provide the legs, and he'll be the replacement for Jordan Henderson in a sense. So, but England's chances for me, they should get out of the group, but I think they meet any of the top teams, you know what I mean, it's, they're getting on, in my opinion. I don't see them getting past a France, a Germany, even a Portugal, a Spain,
so what,
Holland.
Individually good, but as a team.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, in terms of collection of players, it's the best players they've had for whatever probably. But I think football, especially international football, is about how good you are individually. Yeah. But Southgate's going to pick the wrong team for one, and he's not taken players like a Jack Grealish, who's an individual. He's a maverick. Jadon Sancho's a maverick, and these guys will win you games, you know. And he's going to play too many players that are system players, and for me, it's not going to work. But we have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, anything you can put on that?
Yeah, I was surprised Grealish didn't go.
Yeah.
Not sure what the season he's had. He's got ability that's unique in the team. Players who can win games, moments of magic. I think he's got to take them to tournaments. You can get players who are not in good form, but they've got star quality. So I think some of these players are definitely trouble.
But no, man, as I said, man, I think that England team there, they've got a lot of individual players, but I don't think it's going to be enough personally, you know. We have to wait and see. Starts Friday. Obviously, host nations are going to be kicking it off. I think Germany playing Scotland on Friday. You expect Germany to win that. I'm looking forward to watching Germany. Musiala, Florian Wirtz, Leroy Sané, some good players there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, it's one of them things, man. We have to just, you know, my team's France, as you know. You know, when it comes to European Championships, especially, I'm France all the way. You know, a lot of players that I like playing for France. But yeah, we have to wait and see, man. But save for coming on. You know,
no problem.
as you know, guys, smash that like button. You know, subscribe to my channel, GavGoesIn. Anything you want to plug?
No Defence FC at No Defence FC. All socials. Yeah, follow, subscribe, like.
Yeah, make sure you guys are watching No Defence on the Instagram. You know, Truance is putting up a lot of stuff on there. You know, we're looking to play any teams. If you've got any teams that think they can stand up against us, bring it on. As you can post-game interview, bring it on. You know, unbeaten in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, well, sorry, one loss in 5 years, should I say? You know what I mean? But I don't really count that because that wasn't that full team. But yeah, guys, if you've got any teams to bring down, Fed up Power League, bring it on. We're waiting.
100%.
Cool. All right, Tubbsy. Well, I'll catch you again. Guys, nice one.